What's up everyone, Future Me here. I wanted to explain before this video starts, the footage that you're going to see after this was actually some footage that I did not get a chance to upload that was from this past weekend when I did the exhaust on my car. Now there were some things that I needed to explain which I wanted to go ahead and record and make sure that that stuff was explained in the process. Now you're probably wondering, why are you waiting until now to say this? I apologize about that. I was slacking this weekend. I didn't have enough time to film everything that I wanted to, but I'm here to say I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to do a full video later on this week going over the exhaust, hearing some sound clips, and hearing some actual driving videos of this car. I'm going to set up my GoPro, and I'm also going to try and set up my camera on the back of the car to see if I can catch some sound clips there. I don't know if it's going to pick up, but I'm going to try it. And this car just sitting in the background waiting for some attention. I hope you guys liked the Plasti Dip video. I put a lot of effort into making this car look good, so stay tuned. I'll have more videos, and enjoy this one in the meantime. What's up everyone? Today I am doing the exhaust and the oil pan change on the car. I bought an oil pan from a manual transmission Mazda, and I figured out that it does fit. Last night that I was working on my car, you'll probably see clips of it in this video, I went ahead and I changed out, damn bug, I went ahead and I changed out my rotors and my brake pads. And this is what they look like now. I've got them practically bedded in. They're not bedded in all the way, but they are drilled and slotted rotors on the back, or the front, and on the back it's not fully drilled through, but they are drilled and slotted. So right now I'm working on putting the new oil pan in. This is the oil pan that was on my car. This is for an automatic. If you notice on here, the main reason why I wanted to change it is that's the front of it. That's towards the passenger side. That's the driver's side, which there's no indentation on there. Now, let me get under here and I'll show you why I changed it. So, if you can see, this is right where the exhaust is, and this big indentation is right here. So basically on this, instead of having to run the exhaust around that side, which that indentation would have been right there, I can run the exhaust straight from the manifold back. And then what I'm gonna do is, instead of the usual thing of running everything from one tube, I'm actually gonna run two straight down. It's gonna be two going straight back, two straight pipes out the back as well. If I am able to, then I will go directly to that resonator. That resonator is right there, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to or not, but I'm gonna see if I can. So this one is gonna run straight right here, probably just a 45-degree angle to come from here to there, and then I will be able to run that pipe directly over the rack, down and straight back. This one on the back, unfortunately, is going to be a little bit harder to do because it's a little bit more of a severe angle, but I'm going to see if I can get it done, and if I can, then that'll work out. But I guess we'll see what happens in just a minute. If I didn't share it with you guys, this is the end result of the exhaust. Yes, I know that the tips aren't exactly equal. This one got a little bit further down than that one. I just got to fix it. But overall, I think it sounds pretty good. I'm going to start it up in just a second and let you hear it. To give you an idea of how much stuff came off this car when I did the exhaust, I figured the best thing I could do is lay everything out on the line. So here we go. If you can see this, these are both the rear stock mufflers. These easily weigh about 15 pounds each. This is part of the catalytic converter that was in there before. This is the resonator. It's a big resonator. Another thing that I noticed on here, if you hear that, there's a bunch of stuff inside of it. They're not supposed to sound like that. So, the other thing that I was talking about, how the exhaust normally routes. So normally, you would have this exhaust manifold that routes over with this pipe right here, so it would go like that. I had to cut it because I was trying to do something, but from there, this is normally the one that routes underneath the passenger side of the oil pan. Now the reason I wanted to get rid of this, and this is something that probably not a lot of people know, but inside this pipe, it's actually sectioned. So there are two individual chambers all the way through this one pipe. Not only is that a bad thing, but it robs you of horsepower. So this right here is probably about 20 pounds by itself. Now both of my manifolds I found out were both cracked. This one was cracked right here, and that one of course I've fixed about 4 different times. Once everything collected to the back of the car, it went to this, which is a dual flex pipe setup. This thing right here is at least another 10-15 pounds. Really not necessary. And you think of all the heat shield stuff that came off of there, that's just more added weight. So total weight savings throughout all this stuff, we're easily talking about 60 pounds or so that was just dead weight, that wasn't necessary, that was robbing the car of horsepower. And honestly, I've noticed a difference in it since I've been driving it, and you can definitely notice the difference by the way that it sounds. Now when I routed the exhaust, I did use some of the stock pipe. The only section that I used that was from the stock pipe was actually from right where it starts bending towards the rear axles to where it Y's off. Other than that, none of the pipe is still the original. So I picked up a universal 2.5-inch exhaust kit from Speedway Motors. I had the idea in my head of what I wanted to do, and this whole exhaust took me about 2 days. And throughout all the test fitting, the cutting, the adjustments, the welding, everything, I wasn't able to really record it, but I did get it done, and I'm going to show you what this thing can actually do. So stay tuned. I will do a full video review of the car with the exhaust. I did one little rev clip that I'm going to add in here, but I'm actually going to show an entire video of what this exhaust sounds like, the performance, and the basic differences that I noticed between stock and now. So if you are looking to do something like this, on your car, if you have a car just like this, it's going to take quite a bit of work to do it. I recommend, if you aren't good at welding, to have a shop do it for you. But also, if you have an automatic transmission car like mine, you're going to have to get an oil pan off of a manual transmission Mazda 6 in order to make this work. And then you're able to route it the way that you want, but you will need the manifolds off that car as well. So throughout all of this stuff, it's not necessary. I'm going to end up scrapping probably every bit of this. The mufflers I'm going to hang on to in case I want to put them back on. All I have to do is just weld a new pipe on there with a flange, and then it's good to go. But I do like the way it sounds now. I'm definitely happier with it. The thought was I was going to go with a full stainless exhaust, but I don't have a TIG welder, and for me to do that, it would have been a whole lot more. This kit is full mild steel. It's 1/8 inch, I think 1/8 inch wall, or maybe a little bit smaller than that. But it's rated for really, really good heat resistance. It's not going to melt. It's not going to warp or anything like that. It's solid pipe. It took forever for me to cut through it, so I know it's not going to be an issue. But the way that I have it, couldn't complain. If you want more details, be sure to hit me up. I'll answer any questions. Throw it down in the comments, and I'm going to start compiling a list of everything that I've done to the car so far, so that if anyone's wondering what's going on with it, I can do that, and then everyone will be up to date. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry there wasn't as much content as some of my other videos, but like I said, with all the welding, the cutting, the test fitting, everything that I was having to do, I wasn't able to film very much. But I'll catch you guys later. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.